Hello everyone and welcome back to Amnesia the Dark Descent. It's probably going to be the final video. Isn't that right?
You're a good boy, Daniel, and I appreciate your compliment. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Yes, you worthy bastard. Oop. Oop. I don't know why I'm lighting these things. I don't need to light these things. Hi. So we have a meat. Put the meat on the string. Because remember, in that note, he mentioned he needed a well to hold this thing. So we lower it. Then we pull this back up. Obviously, it won't be attached to this. You picked up the remains. The bone's covered in mucus. Lovely. So we got two of them. Now we still need the blood. Well, let's go on to the upper section. This one's a lot less dangerous than the choir. By the way, I love how we handled the choir. We just brute forced the choir, like, oh no, they're after me. Yeah, let's try and make them fall off the bridge. And we did. And we did. Do I think they're all bodies that show up here?
How much more, Baron? How much more
Depending on sanity.
am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Okay, so remember, our sanity is crystal clear. It probably won't be once we get to a certain point, but yeah. Take note of the picture. You taking note of the picture? Okay. Also need string. Why? Yeah, reasons. Notes on torture, everyone. Quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. Can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Those human creatures can break out in fits of violence when their strength exceeds their respective powers, that whole adrenaline thing. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, that should not be a problem. But also hidden in the fit I am after. The right steps to take are therefore to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then continue with that your end. Point presentation is to infuse terror. The mind is extremely efficient. It will trigger itself to greater feel simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damages to prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible, with breaks to let the body settle. You'll whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. More careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't have behavior that's expected, it's likely that all the three will not. Before this happens, feed them their amnesia drink and try again later. Yeah. Now, spoilers again for Amnesia Rebirth. They had entire factories just made for the whole processing of vitae. You know, to sustain their shadow empire, basically. Or to sustain the Empress, at least. So Arturo knows about this shit. Because he's from that world. The only problem, though, is... yeah... he can't go back. That's the whole purpose, is he's trying to get back. But he couldn't get back. So, yeah. Anyway, more stuff from Alexander. To be fair, he might... I'm going to guess that his love's probably potentially the Empress, but... could be someone else. Could be someone from that land that's probably dead given the things that happened to that shadow realm. Do you, my love, I miss the most, or is perhaps myself? No way become, I am not blind. I am a monster, I'm a demonic assaulted person on a dark mountaintop. Though I could do to redeem myself. I mean, you did murder a lot of people to preserve your own life, so... But you confuse me enough to Temporians to defeat its own amount of time before they would demand my head on platter. I must remove myself from this land. So it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Yeah, because he's not all powerful. He's just basically... He has knowledge of science and mechanics that, you know, are hard to apply in this world. So he did what he could to basically make it work. They know that. We'll be back. I need to go have some... I need to go suffer some sanity checks. Because this one's always fun. The kid noticed her underneath her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the man contemplated their next step. But yeah, we even have a look at this. This is what's going to happen to you. Let me just grab that. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can do this. Just, you know, cut. Head pounding, hands are shaking.
Is she dead?
And more voices. Hey, now there was a body though. I don't know why there's 4 things when there's only 3 doors. Don't ask me. So yeah, now we come up here with low sanity, and by the way, yeah, that's a bit more creepy. Definitely a bit more creepy. I say, is that just a skull? I'd say that person's face is just a skull. But yeah, the whole Jesus thing. I think it's a Jesus thing. I mean, it could just be random crucifixions, though. I'm surprised that's not a thing, hell.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
No, please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
So yeah. Ghosts kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the empower. It ain't much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Yep. So basically, let's say your arms were placed there, and you're just basically... that's probably impaled in your ass. Or at least down below. It's probably not the most pleasant way of being tortured. And the thing is, they could just keep doing that. Like, you're probably not going to die to that one. And to the third section. We're probably gonna pass out with this one. Cause, yeah, this one's a bit oof. Just a bit oof. The wraith is hanging upside down, his tear soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. I'm pretty sure that one you're not going to survive. Oh, so by the way, and now we're perfectly sane. I know, right? How's my lamp oil? Could be better. Could be better. So now that we're perfectly sane, though. And the victim's gone. Just go uphill. The portrait's fine. The skull's still here? Oh snap. I didn't realize it affected this pane too. Wow. Like I know it affected that one, but I didn't realize it affected this one because their skulls are just gone too. Huh. That's different. Minor details you never really realized. Cool, cool. Anyway, time to go. Yeah, this one here's a lot simpler. Like, you just go through those once, witness a bit of torture, then head back. The fun thing is we have all those 6 orb pieces. We also have... Oop, shit. Okay, note. You can technically get this thing later. There is a chance to potentially get the ingredients later. Just in case you missed them, like we almost did this time. Which we almost missed this time. But you can also just go back out. At least for now. Yeah, you're not really in danger. So, yeah, we go here. We open the drainage pipe. So, remember that shroom we got? We combine it with a glass jar. And we dip it in. So now we have blood. Well, actually it's feet. Now we leave. Okay, we got all the ingredients, we got all the orb pieces. Now the problem though is just like, how do we help Agrippa? Or sadly that part's not obvious. Yet. Oh, the shadow is bellowing.
I see that all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb,
I have all the ingredients.
still
I
be a
just
chance
don't
for
know
you
what to
to
do with
save
them
me.
yet.
Please, my fate is in your hands.
I mean...
I see that all the orb pieces you need.
No guys, just gonna keep...
I know I have no right to ask anything
So,
of you.
time to go to the room we didn't go to. So here's the thing. There were 2 instances. Well, basically, the first one is you can just go in here, right? And things are fine. But if you have the orb pieces and you go in hell. Hi. So yeah, that's just 3 of them now. Or at least 2 of them. Hi. But yeah, it's a scripted instance. Oh, it's just sleep. Because that's supposed to happen. Because I got tired of my bullshit. I want to get more stuff that I'm not sure how it pertains to what we do with it. So we get placed into a cell. You know. Just cause.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Dangle. We are so very much
You made me murder a bunch of people.
Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture?
Apparently.
It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can...
We could wait here and deal with the shadow.
Wait here and stop the shadow.
So we could technically use our hammer here. Or we could just do this.
Friend.
And then, yeah. Because we're strong, remember? And then we could just pick up the iron bar again. We don't really need it. Now the shadow's going to start manifesting. So yeah, you can literally wait like 5-10 minutes for the shadow to arrive and accept your demise that way. That is a thing you can do. Also note. There's little left to say. I read solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. Fortunate I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to weave myself in my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel the close walls comfort me. The only time in here there was no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed as one of the wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me the hope for a second, thinking I could escape if only I could somehow reach it from hell. Dreams, Alexander, I am king. Dreams I best you escape from your clutches and return. For all the knights of the realm carrying pistols and sabers in my dreams. So yeah. And then there's just a naked body. You know, just cause. You triggered the naked body spawn, apparently. Just more logic. And a bucket. We need the bucket. We totally need the bucket. Because remember what the note said? Exactly. So. We raised the thing. Cause bucket. I know, right? Stand first class. Well, no, this is hard to do with a mouse. Now I have a bucket full of water. Good. So we pour the bucket full of water down. And then we get the key. By the way, you're not safe. Don't think for a moment you're safe. Done got more. Better enough. Thanks. I don't think closing the door fucking matters. where you go, the close box over on one side. I don't know. Is that like Daniel's sister or something? It's just that's like basically the story and then the story. I feel like I need to open a wiki page to go over the story. This one here is important though. Well, to a degree. Well, I was just gonna read this knowing the past out. It's not like the shadow was chasing us like, you know, a few seconds ago. Let's just follow. Howard then became silent. He didn't know what to say. He no longer recognized his friend sitting across the foot of the carriage.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me.
Where are we though?
I feel it closing in on me and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt lays a small settlement where Zimmerman, dairy
I like this set.
lives with his
Problem
wife.
is we don't get ruins for this section. You can literally just stand there and go over.
We took the coach and went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others.
It was removed too
Went to take
slow,
care of the farmhands.
so we can't really go
Began to
look
look
anyway.
for the children.
Yeah, you can't really reach the
We should
flag.
have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
You can get close, but not close enough to really explore that whole moving slow thing. Go ahead and stop to get a whimper coming from the cell. They were up to something, and you would have to punish them. Yeah, because, you know, also I believe there might be a comic in this well. Just in case you didn't get, you know, that first. By the way, meat walls. Meat walls. Meat walls. Oh, there's someone has the audacity to take all the torches. Literally take the torches. Like they're all just gone. I went to all the work of lighting them, they're all just gone. Ow, dick. By the way, now the laboratory's open. Yeah, because even if you... Yeah, even if you had all the ingredients, you couldn't have done anything. Until the laboratory gets unlocked. So now then, let's see. Guys, we need to purify the blood first. No, we need to purify the blood first. So now we have an incomplete tonic. Now we go over here, we put this underneath here, we put the mushroom? Yes, the mushroom. And then we try to do this with my mouse. Nope, that's the wrong treasure. Oh, treasure. Crush it. So we get more stuff. Then we go over here. I put the mucus in here. The bone, and then we somehow do this. How that works, I don't know. Sure. And then the bone's just magically gone. And then we have wires on it. Huzzah! We did the thing.
The castle trembled, and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now.
There.
You did it. Thank goodness. Now, pay attention. First, feed me the tonic, and then use the sauce to remove my head. As the tonic begins to work, you'll be able to cut off my head without taking
Yeah, the question though is what?
my life. Then, take my head and bring it with you. As you enter the gate, Alexander
Well,
is
well,
over
that's
to
it.
What do you mean?
Oh, why won't I enter the gate? Because apparently I'm tainted by the shadow, and I can't actually go through the gate for some reason. Which has been slightly explained, but yeah, also here's a no exception just in case you miss the blood. Just in case you miss the blood.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting
Oh
around.
yeah, no time for sitting around, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't just
Don't get ahead of yourself. First, feed the
can't
tonic.
just do that. Okay, fine. Yeah. don't get ahead of yourself. You don't cover my head
Quickly,
first.
off with the head. And then, whatever happens, get
Quickly,
this
you
through
chop
like
my
this.
head off. It'll be the best decision. Fine. You could just leave Agrippa's head though, by the way, if you really want to. But we have an Agrippa head. Let's see what head of Agrippa. But you know, why not? Oh, so these two ways are blocked off. Oh, some more flesh. Never seen it. Very angsty. Always like he thought he was a good man, Telportees weren't committed by Telport people. Like Henry Bedlow of the boarding school. But now he had seen what he himself could do. Alright. So now we're back here, I promise it's overgrown. So now up to what sucks though. It's hard to knock the session sort of sucks now. We need to go this way. Depends though, is he in here? Need you not be in now? Up. Yeah. You have to carry on. Yeah, no good place to just drop him here. Sucks. Let's see, we are over here. Yeah, we have to go to the other side. basically, we just forced him to despawn by sacrificing ourselves. I know, right? Get the bucket tar.
10th of August.
Ah, here we go.
1939. I cannot believe
This is the
what I have
important
become.
entry.
One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down and... What is her life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent. But to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
That's the important one. That's what led up to us taking Amnesia drink. Because basically, then you start realizing that, oh hey, this is such a good idea. Now here's something that bothers me. You have like an iron bar, right? You can't just use this still. For some reason you also need a break. Well, though it's not obvious. The thing you need to use there isn't in the room. Like a big ass rock isn't. Oh, so yeah. Ow. Now let's just pop one of those. I'm sure. So you break the machine. Because apparently you also have to shut down the machine. Besides what we're about to do. Why? I don't know. But welcome to what also sucks. Oh. Oh? Maybe there was only the one. And he despawned. I thought I had to go hide from him again. Yeah, the thing is though, it's still protected by that electricity. So yeah, you need an orb pill. But you shut down the machinery, so that's a thing. But you still have to, you know, boop. Adhesives need to make them stick together, so we put tar in here, and then we put the orbs in, and then they magically form together. I don't know why the tar was needed in the first place, but yeah, because they form back to like just that, perfection. And now it mystically opens the path though. We have to wait for it to take effect though. Feels like we need a rush, but nothing happened, so. Anyway, to the inner sanctum, everyone. The inner sanctum. She cried and stroked as he pulled at her arm. Her flowered Sunday dress ripped in. Anyway. Now we run. Now we run. I'm trying to pull that. Yeah, that's how we're gonna stop that shadow. Okay, so now we might pass out a couple times. Those are more notes.
August 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination?
That's not why you steal
Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster. And now, I'm merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about how Amnesia things. We have developed fear. Like, why do we have fear? Like, we shouldn't be afraid of shit. We've murdered a whole bunch of people. We're probably the most threatening thing here, well, to an extent. So yeah, now then, for some reason, we had to go poke this thing. Ow. And then we have to go stand over here. Which does that. Also makes her drains her sanity. This one here I'm not entirely sure. I think maybe it's some sort of warding thing. We're basically using our heightened adrenaline blood to make Vitae, I guess. I'm guessing that's what we're doing. We're using basically our own Vitae to wards. The problem though is it really fucks your sanity. Ow. 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 Well, welcome to the orb chamber. We're about dead. But for Alexander, he would still be innocent and be able to die still. And they were just basically always good. Just completely fine.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me,
like seriously.
Is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
So now we wait. Just wait. So yeah. I like how we can't just have a conversation about this. Also, seriously, do you have to be naked? Can't just talk about this and be like, hey, so, you know, explain your intentions to me. That, hey, okay, so I murdered, I had a bunch of people killed. I had you kill a bunch of people. Oh yeah, we had a bunch of people killed. Just so I can return home. No, he doesn't explain shit. He sits, well, he floats then, naked for some reason. While you wait.
Do you see it? A whole other world.
Ow.
Isn't it beautiful?
Alright, grab a head.
I can finally return home.
Yeah, the problem though is...
But you... I am sorry. No, you fool! You have ruined us!
So yeah, gets disintegrated. And we though, we don't get good training. Well, we get this ending.
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
So we might be fine? Quote unquote fine. Also credits. Diane, also part of a code that lets you unlock bonus features from the secret file. But yeah, we're not done yet. Oh no, because you can go back and get the other 2 endings. Well, technically you could have got a 4th ending, but if you stayed in the cell, but we're not going to get that far back. Anyway, so this time we're just going to wait.
I was wondering if you were going to show up.
And let Alexander do his thing.
Convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Well, if you explain to reason. Amnesia doing its thing. So here's the thing. Could just push these over, but we'll do that last. But yeah, the thing about Alexander is doing evil deeds for good reasons. Well, it's only good reasons in Alexander's case. More like selfish reasons, actually. He just wants to return home. The problem, though, is it didn't really work, so he had to, go through this whole plan, and then years passed, and he realized that, fuck, I'm not going to be able to survive him. Because his whole species sort of survives off that VTech. They're sort of, space vampires in a way. Pretty much, space vampires. Like they have entire fucking factories made just to process slaves into VTech. Back in the Shadow World. But yeah. Which we find out basically in Amnesia Rebirth. Spoilers for Amnesia Rebirth. But this, we don't really know where we were trying to go. We didn't really
see it? A whole other world. Oh, isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
Yeah, he's just been trying to get back home. Back to the one he loves this entire time. Noble pursuit, but...
I am sorry, Daniel. You won't be able to enter. You are still tainted, branded by the shadow. It will consume you.
Yeah, we can't just take the portal, sadly. So anyway, and away he goes.
Please, let me go.
Ah, shadow. The shadow took more natural form than just meat wolves,
I'll never tell you.
And then we just die.
Thank you, my friend. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
No, he could just be mocking us, or he could actually be legit. He could be like, hey, we're going to erect a statue of Daniel. We'll celebrate him. The only problem, though, is... Okay. It's not really explained if Alexander really knows that his world's basically fucked. Or if he already knows that and he, you know, just wants to go back regardless. Knowing that his world's basically fucked. Because, yeah, it's the whole, the rebels and that, and the shadow thing and all that, and the world's basically pretty much dead, except for it's sustained by the whole factories processing vitae for the Empress. Anyway, we still have one more ending to do. This one's at least a lot quicker.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. No, don't do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too. Stop it, Daniel. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you.
So, you only need one of these things to access.
I'm just like you, Daniel. A prisoner of circumstance, trapped in a world I no longer recognize. As you gain your freedom, will you deny me mine? We are so close, closer than I've been for centuries.
Yeah, well, thing is, I don't get any for just play. I've already did that too, so yeah.
You killed us both.
Have I though? The show seems to be fine with me just then. Now this one here is not really explained exactly how we just...
It was my greatest triumph, and I never looked back.
So yeah, we're just free to go. There's no grunts or brutes in the way.
You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary.
What about the blocked tunnels and things? I guess the shadow's out of the way, but still.
I knew it was my purgatory. Hellfire made to wash away my sins.
I don't think so.
There's no denying the things I've done. But I have
The
paid
door's
my
just magically
tribute.
open now.
I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
Did you though? Pretty sure you did. Pretty sure there's no right thing. But yeah. Should have stayed on the subtitle. The credits. But let's go back to the main menu. So, let's process our thoughts. Oh yeah. In terms of endings. Okay. So firstly, the Agrippa ending. It's very... What happened? Well, we sort of died, but we got processed into some well. And that's all we know. That we might be fine. Quote unquote fine. Yeah. The Alexander ending. Yeah, we basically let him go back to his home. His very fucked, shadowy world that's, you know... I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. I'm not sure if his love's the Empress, because if it's the Empress, yeah, I'm pretty sure she doesn't really give a shit about him at all, and she just wanted a child. Spoilers for Amnesia Rebirth. So she probably doesn't give a shit. Because she couldn't have a child herself. Yet she was able to be, constantly preserved by Vitae. And she didn't really care for anything going on. All she wanted was basically a child. Which is why it was convenient when, Tesley, what's her name? Protagonist of Amnesia Rebirth had a child. So she could have the child. Be happy about that. Well, still sacrificing all the people to keep all the Vitae to, preserve, live forever and all that shit. Yeah. It's once again, not good things going on. In a way, it's almost like, not exactly Lovecraftian, but definitely in the vein that basically, there's no good in this universe, hell. Like, we're not doing good things. Like, saving Agrippa, you could say that's basically the good ending. But, how many bad things has Agrippa done? I mean, probably quite a few things, too. I mean, he sacrificed those two people and was thrilled about it that the fisherman died so he could get away. He's probably done bad things, too. Alexander's, of course, done horrible things, I mean. Oh yeah, with no real repercussions for it, just, I'll have to sacrifice more people just to preserve myself. Ooh. Oh well. But yet then he has the audacity to judge us for, I've seen evil in them. I've seen evil in all of them. Totally what I'm doing isn't evil, And then the last ending. The problem with the last ending is the way Daniel tries to justify everything. That, yeah, I gave them Alexander. This totally rushes away all my sins. Does it? I mean, you murdered quite a few people. Hell, you chased down and murdered a little girl. Just because. Like, you didn't even murder her in a ritualistic way. You just chased her down and got pissed off and decided to murder her. Not even for the ritual. Just cause you could. That was the breaking point for Daniel. Because, yeah, after that he just, snapped. Went, oh shit, I fucked up. Now then, what I'm curious about, though, is... like... how to explain the Dark Descent. That's what I need. Plot. Here we go. The problem, though, is none of the plot here will tell us anything about those other things I'm looking into. And then, of course, there's Amnesia Justine, but fuck Amnesia Justine. Apparently, other people who have drawn parallels between the game story and the writings of H.P. Lovecraft. In a way, yeah, it could technically be sort of like a Lovecraft story, if you think about the whole trying to get bridged between the worlds and an other dimensional entity just trying to stop you from doing, trying to stop you because you found things you shouldn't have found, basically. Here we go. Let's see if the actual record gives me a good enough plot. Setting, game set in 1839. Oh, Daniel, London, blah blah blah. Remembered Castle, near the village of Altstrad. Uh-huh. Ah yes, gatherers. The grunt and the brute. Fun times. They're very, you know, very easy to just go by. Anyway. Outstrad. Where is Outstrad at, actually? Ooh, a map. Let's see. West Prussia, Poland. And there's Outstrad. There's a lot of stuff over there. It's like, what does this pertain to? Like there's a Gabriel. There's a what the hell are these things? Gabriel shows outright the main character of the Remember short story. Alright, the Remember short story. Alright. Briefly mentioned that. Yeah, that's why I don't know what the hell they're talking about here. It's part of that story. Okay, so anyway, storyline. But what about the other thing? Explores the castle, diary entries. Yeah. Daniel going on archaeologist expedition to Africa was friendly colleague Professor Herbert in order to research an ancient burial chamber. Whilst there, Daniel encountered a large underground chamber during a dig much older than the one they had expected to find based on the research. The sun collapses stone and trapped Daniel inside the chamber. Finds orb, does the thing. But then Daniel returns to England at the request of Herbert. The problem though is, where is this whole thing about, like, the other? Trying to find stuff about, you know, Hazel and this other things. Cause like, there's a lot of story here that's like, what? Okay, anyway. So yeah, how about the Hazel thing? Hazel was the younger sister of Daniel. She was not heard from or seen in the game, instead she spent through a series of loading screens displaying Daniel's background. The Hazel was born in 1824 in Canterbury, Kent. Her father was an artisan and her mother presumably was a homemaker. Make sure I'm still recording, because apparently going over this is going to take us a few. She had an older brother named Daniel for whom she cared deeply. Hazel was stricken with a sickness at a young age, and Daniel would often read to her during the summers. Is the sickness the same as, like, what happened to, you know, what happened to the children in Amnesia Rebirth, though? I'm not sure about that. There's no confirmation, though. But Daniel would often read to her during the summers. Paul was physically abusive and would often take out his anger on his children. At one point, known to have kicked Daniel in the stomach in the kitchen. His brother was locking him in the dark basement. Well, that explains problems with probably Daniel's fear of the dark. Unclear if the father abused Hazel to the same extent. The physician Dr. Tate diagnosed Hazel with an incurable disease, predicting she would die in 1836. That could probably have been, you know, probably potentially the same disease as what's in Amnesia Rebirth, to an extent, maybe. Predicted she would die in 1836 at the age of 12. Despite this prognosis, Hazel was able to live at least 3 years longer than expected. Though she was sent to the Canterbury Hospice due to her parents' exhaustion with caring for her, Hayes embraced Daniel and wished him a grand adventure in Algeria before his departure. So, we don't know what happened to her. Daniel wrote an uncompleted draft of a letter he meant to send to Hayes, so without for an unknown reason he never finished it. He did? Oh. There was a letter. Oh, there was a letter to Hayes, or. Oh, let's open that then. Also, the family physician doctor. Okay, where was I? Note, right. The player plays Daniel in a caring way. I was like, you can play this hero in a caring way. It's made that so that he would have saved her when she was young, so that she would be alive. If the player plays Daniel that cares little for others, he would have let her die. How the player plays Daniel in those fashions is only guessed by the player. This includes how Daniel treats Agrippa. The problem, though, is none of that last part, though, that the wiki says is like, what? None of that matters. You don't get choice in things. That's just assumptions, though. So, loading screens. Then finished letter and rebirth. The finished letter from the Al-Marmaru report indicates that she was still alive at the 16th of May 1839 and keeping in touch with Daniel. They also mentioned that she asked Daniel to talk about a certain subject with her father. It was not mentioned what the subject had been. But apparently the conversation didn't go well because Daniel wrote, "I don't think he will," and then decided not to say anything to Hayes if the sentence was crossed out. There was a pause for the Hayes was the grandmother of Oswald Mendes, which would have made her brother Daniel his great uncle. While her frail health makes this unlikely, it's possible that she recovered or lived long enough to marry and have at least one child. Could have been. It's one of those things that's not really explained that well because the loading screens. Anyway, let's go on to other things. Dr. Tate was Daniel and Hayes' physician. Let's just read up on Baron Alexander for a while. So Alexander Bernberg, unknown to thou later, was an overworldly being who masqueraded as a Prussian baron during the 16th to 19th centuries, after his banishment from the overworld. The overworld, by the way, the primary antagonist of that. The overworld. Yes. Also known as Eden, the Dark World, was the home world of the Empress Tahana. Right. We'll get into that in a second. But firstly, Alexander. Because I figure I should cover this lore shit. Why not? Makes me happy. Alexander was a supernatural, telepathic being. Yeah, I guess he did have telepathic to a degree. Who masqueraded as multiple Prussian barons during his centuries-long life. He originated from the upper world. And if those members were considered ethically and morally abhorrent by any standards, even his own, he declared himself as a victim of circumstance and simply decided to return home. So yeah, I'm just a victim of circumstance. That's why I murdered all those people. He had been capturing humans over the centuries in order to extract the Vitae through torture. Finally was banished from the world of origin, forced him to reside on Earth and take on a human form. Because Vitae is a mystical substance that is secreted in the blood of humans during times of great stress, such as torture. Because that's the thing. As a reminder, an Amnesia rebirth is produced and harvested in an incredible scale to maintain the life force of Dahana. And yeah, other people too, technically. The Vitae will help keep Tassi's daughter alive despite her predetermined fate. Yeah, what is Tassi? Vitae also seems to power the city in which the Empress resides. Yeah, it also powers the fucking entire city. Get that the thing. But anyway, back to Alexander. By human standards, Alexander was a genius, referred to by Daniel and a true Renaissance man. Experienced both with the sciences and arcane magic, the quite knowledgeable and well-versed in worldly matters during the Prussian throne as a statesman and treasurer. Though his knowledge had its limits, as he was unable to understand the secrets of life in their relation to the enigmatic cosmic energy known as Vitae. There was very familiar in anatomical studies, alchemy, botany throughout the Dark Descent. Alexander maintained his benign intentions in contrast with his abhorrent methods. Coming there was desperate exile from his home world, who barely recognized or cared for Earth, as evidenced by various memory capsules he left behind, to mention as ever to an individual whom he refers to as my love. Well, who doesn't explain who his love was, now does it? Yes, who is Alexander's beloved? Now, it could be it could be the Empress, it could be someone else entirely from the other world. Doesn't really explain that. Anyway, back to Alexander. The world was much more technologically advanced than Earth. When Daniel touched the orb in the temple, he had visions describing it as spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. Something which Tacitus sees in person a century later. The Baron often complained about the inefficient technology that he was forced to use on Earth, such as the technology used to control the bridge and the cistern. It's possible that the old world used some sort of electricity in addition to Vitae, as the same note references tame lightning being the comparable technology. So yeah, story life, not much is known. It's very likely possibly that Alexander's true identity is that of Ayandra the Apostate. I ask, who is Ayandra the Apostate? I was banished from the kingdom for his unknown crimes and sought refuge in the city. There we proved the Empress there proved his work by inventing the Amnesia potion, taking an apprentice of Tamaku, the Empress's chief heir. From the true sin of his country, he was banished beyond return. Very likely that he was sent to Earth and assumed the persona of Alexander Brandenburg. At the character of similar bachelor, aside from his knowledge of the overworld and his sense of use of the Amnesia potion, Alexander's appearance at the end of that as a blue-skinned man, which is traits shared with them, so both hint that they originate from that world. Anyway, he arrived, though unknown. First day at records back to 16th century. Okay. So, the overworld. Right. Powered by that. Powered by all that Vitae. But it's pretty effed. Anyway. So, yeah. I wouldn't exactly consider Daniel a good character. Because, well, you know, firstly we picked up the orb. Okay? We got a bunch of people killed because we were stupid and didn't realize that, we're being followed by it. So we went to Alexander for help because here we asked a bunch of people about orbs. I think one of them also went to Justine or her father or something. I think that's in it, Justine, but I'm not doing Justine. Fuck that. The whole, if you die, the game's over thing. Just the game mentions. It's not good for recording purposes. But anyway. I don't think it's really ever explained what's with the fucking rose petals. But yeah. But yeah, Daniel. Okay, so. You learn a lot from Alexander that, hey, he has all these things. He has, science and magic and all this. But yeah. Oh, so maybe at one point we realized his intention that, hey, he's just trying to go home. But his methods, though. Okay, so we need you to, you totally need to kill this guy with these ritual symbols, and it'll make the shadow go away. Okay, but... Oh, so it's not really actually explained what exactly Alexander was doing? Well, firstly, he needs an orb from Daniel, right? But at the same time, what actually happened to Daniel's orb is what I'm trying to figure out. Because, at the end, there was just 3 towers. Is the orb inside the central thing? Because you need an orb to get inside, so... Do we just make the orb and it start powering everything, or... There's a lot of plot holes, just say. Involving what happened to Daniel's orb. Because we can assume that Alexander took it. Because he broke his other orb, and because he broke his other orb, he didn't have him... He lost one of his methods to actually try to get back, but... With this new orb, whatever happened to it? Because basically, yeah... He tries to basically convince Daniel that, yeah, we're doing this for the benefit of you. But at the same time, then I think Alexander had to start rushing things because, let's face it, he spent several centuries not making any real progress, just sustaining. And then we show up with basically a frickin' ticking time bomb, and it's like, oh shit, well, yeah, sure, you just keep burning the shadow away, and we have to do stuff. I don't think at any point did Alexander really betray us. That's the problem. The game tries to make this an example that Alexander totally tricked us and betrayed us. All of this, but at the same time, did he? Maybe he didn't say that, hey, you can't come with me. But at the same time, yeah, we're the one who agreed with all this. We're the one that agreed to, murder all these people. Well, I guess he maybe tricked us into saying that they were, murderers and evil people while, you're doing evil things yourself. But it's just, at the same time, it's he never really betrayed us, really? He was basically getting us all prepared for, this ritual that, to be fair, he probably was just going to, poof away and leave us there to deal with the shadow, regardless. Because let's face it, they couldn't have taken us anyway. That's the thing that even, well, I guess we sort of maybe got taken when we went with Agrippa's ending, but at the same time, yeah, we couldn't pass the portal regardless. That whole connection to the shadow. My opinion, yeah, I think it's a mixed feelings because at the same time, Alexander's been around for centuries and couldn't find an orb in all that time to, you know, try doing this. And then when he finally got one from Agrippa, he broke it. So it's like, why didn't you do this in the first place? Why didn't you just leave centuries ago? Like, how effective have you been? And then there was Daniel who just, oh, I found orb. I bring orb here. Then everything happened. And it took him until the point where we finally, you know, merged with the little girl to realize that, oh, I'm doing bad things. I should probably stop. In fact, I don't want to remember that I've done bad things. So instead, I'm going to take this amnesia drink and forget everything. But yeah, I'm also going to write a note telling me that, hey, I should, even though I forgot everything, I should go back and collect all these notes so that I remember everything I've done. Like, there's a conflict though. It's like, okay, so couldn't you have just went and dealt with Alexander in the first place after that? Like, seriously. After the whole... We have a reflection that, oh, we did bad. Couldn't we have dealt with Alexander then? But no, for some reason, we just decided, oh, nah, I want to forget everything. But yet I still want to remember things. It's like, I want to forget everything, but yet I want to remember to go take out Alexander for some reason. I'm not going to explain that reason. But you know, it's just plot holes. So we forget everything, but yet we remind ourselves that, hey, we should go hurry and take out the old guy. Not remind ourselves that, hey, we did all these bad things, and then we find all these notes and we have flashbacks and we remember that, oh yeah, we're not a good person. But yet we justify our actions at the end with that one ending. That, hey, we sacrificed Alexander. That totally means we're in the clear, right? No. No, it doesn't. Like, sure, the shadow might be... Oh, shit. I just thought about that ending for a second. To think about, right? Remember you sacrifice people and you buy off X amount of days from the shadow? How much you want to bet that basically, okay, so you sacrificed him, right? Wouldn't that buy you off like, well, let's say he's worth like several more souls. Might buy you a few days, a few weeks, a few months, maybe a year. Does it mean you're very fully safe from the shadow? I mean, I guess the shadow could reclaim its orb and consider it done. But can you still live with your conscience after all you did? Anyway, I'm rambling. The video's going on too long, so yeah. There's plot holes in the plot, because the way they wanted to do it is the whole, you basically learn the plot slowly as you go over the course of the game. Which works, in a way, to an extent. But some things are just not explained. Like, important shit, like, okay, so why did we decide to basically forget, yet also stay? Well, forget everything. But yeah, at the same time, not just go deal with him in the first place. I don't know. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day. So this was Amnesia the Dark Descent again. Again. Anyway, till next time.